Mountain Bike integrated headset and bearing replacement. We'll start by using a 2mm Allen wrench to detach the remote speed lockout cable from the SR Suntour forks. The cloth will protect the carbon top tube from any scratches. Removing the front wheel reduces the fork's weight and makes removing and handling it easier. Disc brake caliper removal. A 4mm Allen wrench to loosen off the stem bolts. A 5mm Allen wrench to remove the top cap. Remember that this bolt holds the fork and headset assemblage together. You should hold the fork to prevent it falling to the floor. That won't happen here, since the headset's top seal fits very snugly around the fork. There is a 5mm spacer installed under this top cap. Changing this current headset to a new model will allow me to do away with the spacer. Sliding the stem with the handlebars off the steerer. I'll slide the fork down a little, then pop it back up. This makes grabbing and then removing the top seal and washers easier. You'll see the lower and upper bearings have come loose from their integrated seats on the head tube. With nothing to hold the fork, I can now slide it out. Removing the top seal bearing. The bottom seal bearing came out on the fork and will slide straight off. Now let's have a look at the new headset. I'll remove the star nut and store it away, it won't be needed. I'll lay out all the headset components in the order each will be installed. Prising the crown race away from the fork crown. Installing the new crown race to start things off, but if you are just replacing the bearings you won't need to do this, of course. The crown race lower bearing is designed to exactly fit to the crown race. A thin film of grease to eliminate any chance of squeaking. Some mechanics generously grease the bearing, basically the whole area, to completely seal out the water and dirt. This surface seats directly into the head tube. This is the top bearing seat, the bottom is exactly the same. A light smear of grease inside the head tube. The preload or wedge washer. The micro adjust washer followed by the top seal. The top cap should be tight enough to hold everything together. Enough so the spacers don't move when using a firm grip you attempt to turn them. Lining the front wheel up to be parallel to the stem is definitely an art. Once the wheel is straight, I can tighten the stem bolts finger tight before using the torque wrench. You need a torque wrench if you are going to work on your bike. Here's some advice. All of these, or a similar version, are available on Amazon. This one is a top seller and I used it for 8 years. It's missing the rubber hand grip, but it still works well. The gauge is hard to read though. Makes it hard to dial in pinpoint accurate torque settings. You can't lock the setting either, meaning the handle can turn. Electric torque wrenches are okay, but go through batteries quickly and are relatively expensive. This type is the best I've found. The longer handle provides good leverage and accurate measurement. Recommended torque here is 8 to 9 Newton meters. 8 is fine. Zeroing in, literally, on 8 newtons. Release the lock back into position and you're in business. It's best to tighten each side in turn, bit by bit. Once the wrench clicks in at the specified torque, do the other side. Tightening that side slightly loosens the opposite side. Once both sides click easily, you have reached tolerance. If you found this video useful, hit up the subscribe button and bell notification so as not to miss the next one.